Meghan McCain is leaving The View. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. So on today's episode, Meghan McCain was not there at all whatsoever, and no one really provided an explanation. Whoopi just pretty much said Meghan's not here today. It was strange on yesterday's show because they were talking about Michael Bolton and his, political stance on the whole situation with Trump and what's going on in the Middle East and so on and so forth. And Meghan mentioned that, well, I have political experience and I come from a political family. And Abby goes, well, I also come from a political family. And they had a big disagreement. And I was like, my mouth dropped. I was like, wait, hold on, baby. Abby disagreeing with Meghan and saying that she's come from a political family. Now, Page 6 reports that, a lot of the co-hosts aren't really getting along with Meghan McCain, and there's tension off the set. And even Abby is getting tired of her. And I was shocked that yesterday when Abby became all defensive and was on defense mode, talking about saying, hey, I come from a political family too. Now, as you guys don't know, Meghan McCain and Abby Huntsman are friends in the industry. I, for one, I don't believe in friends in the same industry because, somebody is always going to one-up you and somebody just not really wants your best interest in the TV industry. And that's just like, it's not everybody, but come on now. A lot of people are petty and maturity down nowadays is non-existent. So, especially with someone like Meghan, so they've been friends since they met on Fox and Friends, and you guys know the story that, Navarro was allegedly supposed to be hired full-time, but Meghan McCain basically said, hey, if she's hired full-time, that she's out. So instead, her best friend, Abby Huntsman, was hired. So, to see that Abby Huntsman yesterday was pretty much like, well, hey, I feel this way. I also come from a political family, and I do feel like Abby Huntsman is coming out of her shell. And it's kind of like the whole Sherri Shepherd situation, y'all. Sherri Shepherd was so stupid on that show when it first came on. She was, really, less than smart type of chick. Literally airhead. And, no political experience, no political, commentator experience, no political education. So, Sherri Shepherd was literally, dumb as rocks. And here's Abby Huntsman with a philosophy, economics, and political degree. And I firmly believe that Abby Huntsman knows a lot, that she knows so much about the White House and so much about, politics. But the problem is that her father is working under Trump, or was working under Trump. And now with him, running to be the governor, I believe, of Utah, if I'm not mistaken, and he's just pretty much out of the reins of Trump. Now, Abby Huntsman could clearly be a little bit more, hey, this is what it is, this is what I feel, instead of being so freaking general with her comments all the time. She doesn't says what she feels. She in her opinion is very general. It's not her view, it's just the general view. And I was like, okay, Abby, go ahead now. Go ahead, tell Meghan that, you from the political system too. And me personally, like I said yesterday in my video, 2-3 days ago in my video, that I firmly believe that Meghan McCain's personal opinions come directly from her husband, Ben Dominic. Because this is not the Meghan McCain I know from Wendy Williams and from what I know from past clips on The View 10 years ago. The girl is different. The girl to me is not who she really says she is to me. She's not the conservative that she wants all of us to believe. I firmly believe her husband is pretty much brainwashing the chick. I just freaking believe that. And like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, we see it with these husbands all the time. When the woman is in front of the camera and the husband is behind the scenes. For example, allegedly with Monique and Sydney, with Wendy Williams and her husband, Kelvin Hunter, Tamar Braxton, and Vincent Herbert. I didn't say that before on my last clip, but I was like, oh, Tamar and Vincent. And I'm going to put Meghan McCain and Ben Dominic on the list. And I'm sure I'm missing other people whose husband is basically their manager in the industry. And normally it doesn't end up it doesn't end up great. And Meghan McCain's manager isn't her husband, but at the same time, this is political show. And Ben Dominic comes from politics as well. I mean, he's a blogger, a writer, whatever the hell you want to call it. And he's more conservative as she is, as she says on the show. So I do firmly believe that his say influencer. And basically, when you're married, I'm not married, so y'all married people, let me know in the comments below. When you are married, you become as one. Like your husband or your wife, your spouse, your partner, or whatever the title is. Each of you have influence of one another, right? There's some type of some type of influence over one another. So your opinion is highly regarded to your partner's opinion, and sometimes your opinion becomes their opinion. I mean, when you're married, you pretty much have the same political views, correct? Like, or at least a long-lasting marriage, you know, you come from the same religion, you come from the same political affiliation, and your views become one. So, to me personally, I strongly believe that he's allegedly brainwashing the chick and is causing her to, act this way on the show. And y'all, I know he ain't putting it down in the bedroom. Like, come on now. Come on. I don't know where Paul Ryan allegedly is at. You know what I mean? She calls him her boyfriend. And, I mean, personally, I don't, this ain't no friendships type of stuff. You don't call somebody your boyfriend on national television when you're married. Come on now. But yet, you don't want to talk about sex on television, but you're going to call somebody your boyfriend? You can't choose one situation over the other. So, anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Deuces! Yeah!